Hello everybody and welcome back to Julie's Orchids. As promised, today we're having a look through a local orchid nursery called Ketut Orchids, and the owner Ketut is very nicely pointed out some beautiful plants for me. We'll start off with looking at this very nice Paphiopedilum, and this is Paph Romanii. And again, like most of the paths, I just adore the beautiful foliage on these things. Makes us quite happy. So there's nothing like looking at orchids in the backdrop of rice paddies. And a nice little cafe. This here is a Doretiis, which is native to Java and to Bali. And unfortunately for us, it has already flowered today. But as you can see, Ketut here in his area of Bali has got just about the most perfect growing conditions. Look at those roots on that one. That is just gorgeous. Doretitis. So these two here are some Phalaenopsis species, and they are Phalaenopsis amboinensis. This one is the alba variety, and we can see that it is forming a bloom. And this is the amboinensis altogether. Just very lovely flower. This one has a very subtle, fruity, flowery fragrance. And here we have another Doretiis, and we're just not quite in the right time to get these in bloom, but we are seeing a few of them in bloom. And again, as I'm saying, Ketut has just the luck of the world in that he can grow these on mounts in the nice Bali weather, right outside beautiful rice paddies. Here's a dendrobium that's native to, do you remember where he said that was native to? Sumatra? Papua. This is a dendrobium native to Papua, which kind of looks like Dendrobium hibiki, but it is not Dendrobium hibiki. You can see this one is, again, nicely mounted. Got a couple new little growths going right there, and just absolutely beautiful. So I thought we'd just have a little walk around Ketut's orchids and have a look at some of the things that he's got in bloom here. Got a very nice, pretty, standard Dendrobium, Denphal, blooming right there. And here's another Dendrobium. I'm not sure what kind that is, but boy, aren't those some gorgeous flowers. Got a lot of just lovely tropical plants growing all through here. All sorts of different kinds of phals, staghorn ferns. That's a bulbophyllum growing here. Not sure what kind of bulbo that one is, but that's a nice mount. That looks here's a little pretty one peeking out at us here. And again, these are from Ketut's orchids in Bali, off by Ubud. Another little phal in bloom. And so I'm in Bali, enjoying the beautiful little blooms of the orchids that I can finally see growing. And this one here looks like another bulbophyllum. Spent flower a bit. And one more bulbophyllum. I'm not sure exactly what kind that is. Again, a bit of a spent flower. And we'll go ahead and say, as with all orchid nurseries, you can't go wrong with your standard store-bought phals. So he gets quite a bit of people coming from abroad. He said he just had a lady from the Philippines yesterday come in and buy a whole bunch of his flowers. And I unfortunately likely can't buy any and bring them home to Australia because of our draconian laws here. But just look at all these beautiful phals. And here's a warning to Matt. Matt, this is going to be triggering Phalaenopsis. This one up here looks like a huge Caddisecne, and you can see he's got it growing in a coconut, which is just awesome as far as I'm concerned. And here's some more dendrobiums floating through here. And now I just turned around and look at this beautiful Cattleya. Look at that lip. My goodness. Oh, you should smell it. It's such a subtle, nice fragrance. We got 1, 2 beautiful blooms here on this nice Cattleya he's got growing in a basket. And here we have another small little yellow Cattleya that he's got growing on a mount. And when you come to Ketut's place, you get to sit and have your meal surrounded by beautiful plants, beautiful orchids, and the beautiful rice paddies. So I want to thank everybody again for watching. This is Julie's Orchids in Bali. Tomorrow we'll try to get to Milo's Orchids, which is about an hour away from us. So we're up in the hills in Ubud. And if you're in Ubud and you would like to have a nice meal, relaxing, with pretty orchids, I'll put a link to the description on how to get to see Ketut. Because it's just been for me an absolutely glorious lunch.